Greetings and salutations from CLG. What the hell's going on? Kitty. He just found a new place to just lay. He's been doing this now. He's been coming up on top of the tables and just going, "Oh, I'm done." But it's warm in here. Oh, Kitty. Anyway, what's going on, folks? So NASA astronaut Suni Williams is going to retire. She was the lady that was in space for, what was it, an extra 6 months. And yeah, and traveling into space is something I'm never gonna want to do. Hey, you want to travel to space, CLG? Nope. You get really sick. There's a lot of problems with doing that. We're not really told that, but it's hard on the body. Being weightless for months and months is not normal for a human being. But that's not what this video is about. Suni Williams is also a ham radio licensee. And don't even bother trying to find Kilo Delta 5 Papa Lima Bravo on QRZ. You're not going to find any NASA's astronaut's address on there. She has a remarkable career. She was also a Navy pilot and seems like a really good person. When I see like pictures of her on the space station and in airplanes, it's kind of like she's just heard a joke. She's got a smile on her face, like, I got to tell you this joke, so I don't know. She just seems like somebody that would be fun to know. But anyway, what the hell is on the ISS space station for ham radio? I don't know how recent this is, but they did mention the Kenwood TM D710GA. And these are really cheap radios. And they're small and lightweight and probably easy to get up there to the International Space Station. Wow. So I've never talked to ham radio astronauts on the International Space Station. There's lots of videos of how to do it. This guy did it with a little tiny antenna. It's mostly VHF. And what's UHF? 70 centimeters? AMSAT is an amateur radio satellite thing that's been around for a long time. The AMSAT history, I mean, it goes on and on. I could go into it, but it's been around since I started ham radio. We've launched satellites into space that amateur radio operators use to communicate back and forth. It's mostly done on VHF and UHF. And the ISS, there's a program called the ARISS, I guess, Amateur Radio International Space Station. And I think maybe all the astronauts that go there have ham radio license just to use it. And that's one way that they talk to us, John Q, or Joan Q, whatever, public, via amateur radio on the International Space Station. If you're a ham radio operator, you probably already know all this. The AMSAT, or the ISS, it's basically these frequencies is the uplink and downlink. I never quite understood what that meant, but I know it's easy if I would just read about it. Uplink and downlink, that goes back to the Apollo missions when they would send data to them. But they have a lot of stuff here. There's all kinds of, I gotta probably read this. And maybe kind of get more and more involved in understanding what this is all about. Because there's a lot of things about ham radio that most people in ham radio know, but if you're just watching this wondering what the hell is CLG talking about now, well, I was trying to talk about Suni Williams and her call sign and not being on QRZ, and now I wind up here on AMSAT. Oh my God, but there's a possibility that, volunteers for AMSAT, I could do that. Services, there's a lot going on here. I don't even know. AMSAT Golf? I think they may use HF for the ISS, but I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure how that would work out in space on HF bands. But anyway, there's my little spiel on the International Space Station, Suni Williams. It's all kind of disconnected information here on my videos like usual. But that's all I got today. 73 CLG. See you later. Have a goodie.